Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. Since the last video, from my perspective, we've done a bunch of hunting. Primarily of tempered Arkveld, because it gives the best everything. Can I check which monsters I've hunted the most? Yes. 9 hunts of that. I've done a few other monsters, but like... I hunted Jindahad one more time to get a jewel or a gem. I crafted almost all the armor. I have like 4 out of 5 pieces of the Guardian set. I don't think I need this piece. It might be better, but debatable. Got this whole beta set. I first made this to see how the hunger was. And honestly, the Arkveld's hunger is... it doesn't seem as good, combined with the fact that Convert Element doesn't seem as useful as Flare. It just seems like a worse set. Still might craft that. I might not though. So that's my armor. I looked at this and was like, okay, I'll craft this eventually. Weapons are an interesting case. The only regular weapon that I crafted, I think, was the Arkveld one here. Indomitable Percival. Mainly because I thought it would be interesting. I've mostly just been using an Ardian weapon. Thunder. It rolled 3 element boosts and 2 affinity boosts. Seems okay. Like, the raw is pretty bad, but 30% affinity, 370 element seems pretty good. It works for killing everything in the game right now, even if it's a thunder element, so it's still only hard mode. It's not master rank. Nothing's difficult yet. Still easy to cart, but Jindahad's a lot easier with actual high rank gear instead of low rank. But it's been too much of talking about that. There have been 2 event quests that released a few days ago. And for now they're time limited. So I'm going to do them right away. They're probably going to be pretty quick, honestly. They're not like strong monsters. Aquemetris and Yankutku. They're going to be really easy. Oh yes, I did a lot of investigations because like Tempered Arkveld is the only thing that I've seen that provides those ancient weapon shards to make the Ardian weapons. Tempered Jindahad might as well. I think I've only seen one show up once. But it works really well. Oh yeah, I wanted to save that. Because, I mean, 4 is pretty good. I saved that so I could hunt it whenever I wanted to. But it'll be interesting. I'm going to start with this. I have a meal that I ate that Isai cooked. No idea what the effects are, but I like that the meals are saved. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Having actual high... like, the game feels kind of easy when you actually have high rank gear. But I'm not going to use low rank gear just to make it harder again. Because, I mean, I cleared most of it. Not all of it. I think I got an Ardian rank 7 partway through high rank. But I actually feel like low rank weapons are kind of in a better... well, not the weapons, the armor. in terms of level of threat. Because, like, that's not damage. I can actually just ignore that. And, like, the actual hard enemies it's different, but even then, like, there's not many. Like, Ebony Odogaron does fairly slow damage. Like, it's kind of not... It's just not... It's hard mode. There's no master ranks. It's not going to be difficult. It's still easy to cart. Don't get me wrong, but... There's just not a lot of monsters, is I think the real thing. Like, there's just not a lot of monsters on release. Especially not, like, difficult, high-level monsters. Love the monsters that are in the game. Just there's not a good variety of proper dangerous ones. It doesn't help that the Zoshia is not... There's no high rank version of that. Like, that does not help. At least I'm pretty sure there's no high rank, because it hasn't shown up yet. Like, that does not help with the difficulty. That was questionable. But I've messed with the Ardean weapons a bunch. It was... I don't think I hate the system. But I do think it's a bit... Yeah, I figured that wouldn't hit. It's a bit, iffy. Questionable. It seems to me like it basically serves a purpose of padding weapon coverage. Like, there's only one... there is only one Thunder Switch Axe that I saw. Maybe I missed one, maybe I don't know how to see. But there are not many. So, because you can choose to make an Affinity Thunder, an Attack Thunder, you can make choices there. It makes it easier for them to not make good weapons. They can just let the players make their own that look awful. They look so bad. I really wish they'd made them look a lot... I wish they'd put some sort of variety to the design. Every single one looks the same. When you're swinging it, it might have a different color. At least for this particular type, because of how the Switch Axe works, but... It's just some sort of... there's maybe layered weapons, but... I haven't actually checked. Yeah, they're not in it at all. It's like, if I could actually make them look not awful... The big thing is recognition. I don't want to have to look into my inventory or my equipment to be like, okay, which one do I have equipped? If they look the same, you can't just tell at a glance. Yeah, the reinforcing the rarity 8s is very expensive. But yeah, that event quest was quick. It seems like it's here. You can use it as an option to grind like ingredients, which I might spend some time just mindlessly grinding out ingredients. But I probably won't. But I mean, with 3 minutes to kill, you could run that 20 times in an hour, which would not be fun at all. That would be really boring. So I almost certainly will not do that. But I could. I could build a weapon just to kill it quicker. Oh, I should actually grab that. I need way more mega potions than I have. I don't have a lot of honey. I have less than I think I have less than 100 still. Where I should have like several hundred is what I would be comfortable with. Because I hunting tempered Arkveld, I get hit a lot. It's very pretty. I don't know if I've ever actually, playing the whole story, I don't think I was ever in the forest at this exact, like, it's not raining, it's, I don't know, just before night, it's like evening. Missed it, oh well. Like, it looks very nice at this time of day. Oh, that just reminded me. I want to try this. I turned it off in case it was causing problems, but I kind of want to see how it looks. I don't think it... Well, it does look different, I think. I can't move on that. Oh, I can. I was assuming I couldn't jump to the head. Jump. It did hit its head, I think. It's kind of a fun time, though. Like, I think a lot of the monsters are excellent. The gameplay's been great. I wish there were more monsters, but... like, I'm not a huge fan of the live service style. I am, like, a sucker for it. I do find, getting a large number of updates satisfying. But the reality of it... Oh, that's cool. I haven't actually noticed that until this fight. The reality of it is that the whole live service thing just means that they can release lacking in content and then... oh, it's whatever. Which I mean, it's better than releasing lacking content and then that's it, but... it's kind of interesting. And actually, big thing about the events, I realized earlier today for me, the events will go away. So this event will be gone by the time this video is extant to anyone but myself. Which I could change that, but continuity. I really do think that the flare on the switch axe is great. Like the swooping... the slashes, whatever the, I can't remember what it's called, but like basically the blade being blue looks really good. And how it varies depending on the weapon. Actually, I could use my other weapon for a minute. It looks really good as well. Like it glows red, because Dragon Element is red for some reason. I don't even know where I'm going. There's one negative about the Sacred system. It makes it a bit easier to not learn how to get around, which is good and bad. I think the water does look better. With ray tracing enabled, even on low. But it definitely looks different. I'm really not sure if it's better or just, I don't know, sparklier, shinier, which doesn't makes it, I don't know, it makes it stand out. Huh? Huh? Oh, it's flying all the way there. But because it's almost dead, it's flying really slowly. And I ran through the forest faster than it is able to fly. I do like that I can see it though. That's really cool. Okay, I'm pressing the stop moving button. That is really nice to see. I want to see if I can flash it out of the air. And not from this far at least. Yeah, no, but it's immune because it's traveling. Which is fair enough. That worked though. I mean, the reason that I tried it and the reason that it doesn't work are the same. I tried it because it would have been weird, and it doesn't work because it would have been weird. I guess I can go build a camp somewhere? Up that way? That's probably a good camp to make. Oh, I have to end the quest if I want to look at the map, which is really quite annoying. Wait, do I not have a map? Oh, no, it's right there. And map was not the right word. Oh, this is a different one. Oh, they don't let me do it anyway. Lame. I need to get new Palico armor, see what options I have. Because this is still low rank, so they're still getting beaten up. Mimifighta. Well, I'll see what that is. Maybe I grind that. Again, it's aesthetic, so probably not. And if the quest will come back eventually, no reason to rush. But if it's a Palico armor, I would definitely get it for Palico. But I have other quests to do that are more important. Side quests from characters. I'm assuming it's armor. Mimifita. That's kind of cute. And if that's all I need, then I don't even need to farm it. I just need Kongalala pelt that I might have sold all of to upgrade my weapon. There's definitely no weapon for that. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at this for a minute, just to sort of look it over. It kind of is annoying at times, because I have 2 affinity poisons, 2 attack paralyses. Then I don't have an affinity attack. I don't have an affinity poison, so I can't make a poison one, but I can make a paralysis. Because I think going all attack or all affinity feels like a better idea. It might be worse, but keeping like a central style seems like the ideal way to build it. Which is mostly just, it's good at that. It stays good at that. Whereas affinity attack might be good. It might even be more efficient. It might be better, but I just like not mixing. It keeps it... It maintains a niche, which is not much of a niche, but actually I need to compare that weapon. This is not an efficient use of time, but I have other quests to run. That seems like a decent generic weapon. Oh yeah, I got a lucky drop. I got an attack deco. Attack Jewel 3 from, I don't know, an Arkfeld or a Jindahad or something. I really like this weapon. like the Mundus Atlas, because it's very satisfying. The crit element is kind of, yeah, I think even, it might be bugged, it might not be. Either way, it's just not very good to begin with, is my understanding. But like crit element bolt jewel, razor sharp bolt jewel, quick switch bolt jewel. So I have max bolt and all three of those are maxed. It's just very satisfying. I don't think razor sharp is good, but it's just a satisfying collection of decorations, giving me 504 element. It's a lot of element. I don't know if that's good, but it's very satisfying. Shoot, I was going to check the paralysis, which that weapon will never be. That weapon will not be good. I think outright it will not be good until I can place all of the reinforcements, and hopefully, I think the only thing I'd want would be affinity or attack. Though 25 attack's not that good. It might be pretty good, but it just seems kind of middling. But this is kind of to illustrate what I think is kind of interesting. The status versions seem terrible. They seem really bad. Like, this was 3 paralysis components, and it's less than half. I could maybe, if I rolled reinforcement bonuses, if I rolled 4 of them and it's 30 per, it would be equal. And then maybe I rolled affinity, then it'd be 10% affinity, 200 paralysis. That's 5 affinity less and 18 raw more. Relatively even, maybe, but it doesn't have crit draw is not that good. But it doesn't have critical status. It has better decorations, which is where it's kind of weird. Because if you get a good roll, they might be better. Though the ideal, I think, would be rolling pure attack. Or pure affinity, one of the two. But it's just a weird... feels like a weird position for them to exist in. I'm going to use the paralysis one because it's generically useful. But I have quests to do. Although, I might get sidetracked if there is a tempered Jindahad. But there is not, so I will not get sidetracked. Struggle to survive, echoing from the cliffs, troublemakers are the 3 quests. That are optional quests, yes. I will start with this one. Because the Odogaron drops scales. And the scales are useful for crafting stuff. I will, however... I could have checked there. If they're immune to paralysis, I definitely won't use it. I need to check what they're weak to. I'll just do the recommended. I don't have water, so useless. Dragon is bad. Thunder is pretty good. So Thunder's decent there. Water's better. Zoo. Ice is good. Paralysis is a 2-star. Paralysis is 3-star. Boom. Even if the paralysis is not very good. Easy choice. Okay. Oh, wrong button. It's the other one. I think it's interesting. I think the weapons, the Ardian, not Atrian, Ardian, I think they are good. But like, You could just get unlucky, I think. It feels. Like, it seems to me, with the switch axe, my only real perspective is from the switch axe. If you want a raw weapon, you don't even want to split the 3, right? Like, it seems like there's no negative. There's maybe one negative that I'll get to. There does not seem to be a major negative to having an element. You can't get power. It doesn't seem like you can get power file, but maybe I'm missing something about that. Maybe you can get power file with like specific choices, like if you go all attack and no affinity, or all affinity you can go power file. I don't know. One way or the other it might be possible. But Dragon File being the one you get if you're sort of a raw... If you pick 3 different elements, you get Dragon Attack or Dragon File. Just seems kind of bad. Which is just pretty rough. Yeah, it didn't one-shot me? That's weak. Like, it only did like 40%. Oh, I changed my radio menu, which is nice. I'm not relying on the auto drink anymore. Because I think that wastes normal potions too much. I was too slow on the counter. I've been relying on the Sacred a lot. It's just too efficient. It's too safe, which is not interesting to me. But I do it because it's safe. Yeah, that didn't do like 80% of my HP, which is weird. I know why it doesn't, but like... Okay, I actually get to... Oh, what was that? I mean, it's me rolling right into an attack. But I hate that it gives the warning when it's not even targeting you. I hate when it's targeting something complete... Like, it's probably my cat. But like... Attacks like that are impossible to dodge if they're not targeting you. Like, if you don't know what they're targeting, they're not possible to dodge. I should have been like, okay, where's my cat? Where am I? Dodge relative to that. Like, obviously it's not impossible, just frustrating. When they're like, oh yeah, here's a warning, but it's an irrelevant warning. You could have stood still and it would have missed. It's completely reasonable, it's just annoying. It's why I kind of wish... I mean, it's kind of why I don't play ever. Why I've never played one of these with random people. I could play with people, like, just random matchmaking. It just means there's less... It's already unpredictable with Palicos. It's just even less predictable with a bunch of other hunters. Wrong. I need to get used to this again. Okay, don't eat. Okay, the angle's not right. I need to swap that recovery. I don't know what to expect there. I didn't mean to reload, I'm just not paying attention because I'm tilted. Wait, how does it not have a weak point anymore? I thought it had a weak point before because I got a weak point hit before I died. And I was preparing to like hit the weak point to see how much I would heal from the 4 Guardian components. Or Guardian arc belt armor. Oh, that's very slow. I really like that mechanic. Come on. I need to pay more attention. I really do enjoy the escaping from a grab. It missed. It missed again because it wasn't attacking me. It's quite a nuisance when they're unexpectedly not attacking you. Also, I think maybe I've just been unlucky. It doesn't seem like the Ardean weapons give exhaust? Maybe I haven't paid enough attention. And maybe I have lower tier ones that have exhaust. Here's where I should actually be sneak attacking. I should try to get a sneak attack on both, because it's free damage. Probably can't sneak attack if... I mean, I should be able to sneak attack there, but... I guess the difference between a sneak attack and an attack in that context is fairly minimal. Let me hit the wound, please. This is a pretty good damage split. Oh yeah, I'm using my paralysis weapon. It doesn't look very good. So I'm pretty sure I'm using the paralysis. I should really be certain of that, but I can't tell because there's no... Now I can tell. But there's no visual indicator that this is paralysis instead of any other non-obviously colored elemental weapon. Like a raw weapon of an Ardean raw weapon would look the same, and it's just not interesting. The blue, the thunder one, looks wonderful. I'm very happy about it. And honestly, that's enough of a reason for me to not use this one anymore. Like, this one has good potential to be better as like a raw weapon, but it just looks bad. And it's not like the game's hard enough to need proper weapons, so... Oh, how'd that hit? From like a logical perspective, how did he launch me upwards there? Logic is kind of irrelevant in this series, but I'm just kind of curious. What did he hit there? It's a bit goofy. Yeah. It's kind of... I enjoy hunting monsters still. And I haven't had my fully... Come on, how'd that happen? Like, my armor has not been fully crafted for that long, but... That's not what I wanted, but whatever. It is still kind of a shame, the current, like, lack of anything that really needs good gear. Like, it's not trivially easy. I carted. It's easy to cart, but... Like, you can cart to anything if you're just... impatient. Oh, come on, that was a wound hit. How much do I heal? That's a lot of healing for one wound pop, and I popped a second as well. Let me hit your wound. And that's the thing. That wound healing on this set is so good. And I can't even really take... I mean, I could probably take advantage of it if I was less... If I was more focused... If I was less focused on avoiding risk. But... Where I heal if I'm even kind of in a dangerous spot. Well, except for here, but... That feels like 40% of my HP. Like, that's crazy strong. It's probably weaker than the healing skill from... Come on. From the monster in Sunbreak, Malzeno. The Blood Rate is probably... Blood Rate was probably stronger, I think. Or more reliable. Poor Odogaron. No escape for you. Like, I think Blood Rite healed... It healed more reliably on dangerous monsters. Because you could rely on, oh, I broke their face, I heal. Where the wounds appear, you heal, but it's not a consistent thing. If they don't have a wound, you don't heal. The other weapon, the other option, the other set also has healing, but it's way worse than Blood Rite, that's for sure. It felt really underwhelming. Like, it healed for maybe 5 or 10% of my HP? No, 10 or 20. 10 or 20% of my HP after like between 5 and 10 hits. Which doesn't feel like enough. Oh, that's good. Because it's sparkly. I don't know if it's actually good. Those are worthless. The decorations might have been good. I should have checked. Like, it's sad. Like, Jindahad is not that bad, but I realized that I had fought it in the wrong... Like, last time when I first fought it, I was in bad gear. So, I did not have an accurate image of the difficulty. It is a lot easier with actually relatively appropriate gear. If it only Novas once, Nova's not the right word, then it's a lot simpler. Oh yeah, this is gonna get me a new quest type, I remember. Mutual predators? Like, they predate on one another? I mean, that quest will unlock multi-monster investigations in this area, I think. Oh, right there. That looks really good. I think I should do Echoing from the Cliffs next. But it's probably... You know, it looks really good, but it's really worthless. Which is kind of a shame. What's the food at? Plenty of food time. Because if that was the higher tier, wonderful. It would be super good. Like, you know, a double tempered Arkveld would give so many pieces. It would be excellent. Where is she? Oh, there she is. It would actually be quite useful. Echoing from the Cliffs I want to do. It should be fine. I should probably, like, I think apparently, I did not know. I didn't look into it much. As of early March, because this will be April by the time this is seen by anyone but me. Oh, Rove, nice. Oh, yeah, every time I load a new zone after starting the game, it gets kind of laggy for a bit, which is kind of it drops a lot of frames. but it mostly works. But at this point, there's apparently a bunch of skills that are bugged. Hopefully they're fixed in the next month or so. But at least as of now, apparently there's something up with the I can't remember the name of it, but it's on the Gormagala set, it's not anti-venom, I think, but oh, I'm using the wrong one. I didn't want to use paralysis because paralysis is boring and it looks bad. But either way, I'll just continue with the hunt. I could be using my dragon weapon actually. Yeah, let's use the dragon weapon because it looks better. Oh, it didn't switch in time. Wait, do I have the wrong... Oh, no, my thunder one, because I switched the dragon. That's okay. This thunder one's what I wanted to use. I forgot that I'd switched off the dragon one for the paralysis, because, I mean, a 500 element thunder is probably going to be better, even with a bit lower raw, as long as something is semi-weak to thunder. It's... Come on, how does that not hit the wound? As long as it's semi-weak to thunder, it's probably better. And if not, it looks good. There's... That hit somehow, though. I forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, yeah. A bunch of skills are apparently bugged. So, I don't know if the Gormagala set's correct to use if it's bugged, but it would be a more interesting set because it applies Frenzy on itself. It's built around cleansing Frenzy and all that, which is a bit more interesting than just being super strong. It's like for non-dangerous hunts, it would probably be in my best interest to use a more interesting set instead of just what has to be the strongest set in the game for default generic use. Like, I could definitely see... I thought I had... Oh, I grabbed... No, I have 2 slicing, okay. I could definitely see there being better ones for, like, optimal killing speed and all that. But the Guardian set just feels... safe. Oh. It's asleep. What the heck? Its head is in the wall. Or in the roof. Like, for generic, safe, not dying play, it feels to me like there can't be a safer set. Oh, I should have hit that, but I just want to try to mess with its tail. See if it can cut. Come on, that's annoying. I still hit at least, but... Oh, it died. It was tempered somehow. That blue is why I prefer this to the other one. Oh, I like that. There's gears, or gears. Can I get... The bottom is spinning near the handle that transfers all the way up to the end, which is kind of neat. Like, if this was not every single Ardian weapon, it would be an okay design. Not great, but it'd be okay, in my opinion. But as it is, it just looks bad. But yeah, the weapon... The set giving Flare, which is good. Partbreaker is good because that actually increases affinity when attacking weak points or wounds. Blight Resist is safe. Flare is good, though apparently bugged. Weakness Exploit, great. Flare, great. Convert Element is from the other set. Convert Element feels pretty questionable. It might be really good for a specific build or type of build, but for like generic use it seems pretty bad. And the nope, that was funny. The Gore Magala set feels like it could be really good because it's built around Frenzy and Cleansing Frenzy. You get a lot of affinity. That was slow. Ah, that's why it didn't work. Okay. Like, so it would probably be really good for any build, actually, because affinity's good on basically everything, I think. But it wouldn't be just a default safe build, where something with a lot of healing, defensive benefit, which is the Blight Resist. Healing, Blight Resist, extra wound damage, extra wound creation is just generically usable for like every fight. Where I don't think necessarily that's the case. This is not a good choice to go for this, but it just looks fun, so. It's not the case for the Gore Magala set as much. And I haven't looked at every other high rank set, but they were mostly kind of boring. Like none of them stood out very strongly. The sharpen on that was pretty quick. Can I check my... I can. Yeah, the Razor Sharp is, I think, pretty good. Actually, no, the Razor Sharp is... Is the Razor Sharp Sharpness Preservation? Which is good. I'm just... The sharpening is not... That's quick sharpener, right? Isn't it? Or is the Razor Sharp the quick sharpen? Just let me out from the Frosty Ape. Beat up his face. That totally makes sense. That was... If I'd rolled in any other direction, I would have been fine there. Yeah, like... Just... The healing's very free. I think, what, Burst would be nice as a skill. Because I hit a lot, I would trigger it very easily. Oh, actually, that's actually a good point for myself. I actually still haven't killed a Guardian Rathalos in high rank. Which means that I don't have crafting for the Guardian Rathalos set. And I technically can't craft the recipe for the Guardian Rathalos high rank weapon. I have the low rank version, I have the final version, but I don't have the middle version. Because I can't craft that because that gets unlocked by fighting or beating a high rank Rathian. Or Rathalos. Guardian Rathalos. Which I haven't bothered with because I would have to pick one in the field study. Or field investigation, I just haven't done it yet. But that set might be pretty good. I'm pretty sure the low rank version of that gave Burst, and Burst is a lot of free attack. So that set might be worth a lot. Well, actually, very good decorations. Not necessarily what I got from them, but in theory. Crit element precise. I really like the multi skill decorations. They're very satisfying to get. Especially when you get 3 with electric, and then the first parts are usable. Suja. To turn in the quest. Yeah, I do need to kill a Guardian Rathalos. I guess I'll do that last quest next, and then I might not have anything that I really need to do. There's other quests that I can do. But there might not be any, like, monster hunting quests after that. Just, like, busy work of collecting components and all that. I mean, there's nothing of any value being said there. It's kind of story, but it's not much. Okay, it should be good to just go anywhere and do the last quest. Not a lot in release. It's just not a lot. I think there's way less than there. I'd say less than there should be. There's just not that many monsters. I think other than monster variety, game is excellent, and all the monsters that are here are, well, all but one. I don't love Hirobami, but that's personal preference. All the monsters are great. Just, there's not a lot of them. I'm gonna prep, because I want to change... Yeah, Jindahad has appeared. Okay, so this one's gone because it just looks bad. If I upgrade it later, I might use it, but for now, it's just ugly. I want a weapon that doesn't look awful. It's really... A really big part is that you can't identify what weapon you're carrying until you see the flash of blue to know that it's thunder, or sleep applies, or paralysis applies. It's just bad clarity. In theory, they probably could, like, post-release patch. Oh yeah, the area's loading. They could post-patch, like, change them. Be like, okay, this one has this element or these components, so it looks like this. Actually, tying an appearance to each component would actually look pretty funny. Like, all the fire affinity looks one way, fire attack looks another, very slight difference. Maybe coloration. Thunder, like, having that for each of them would actually be pretty nice. Because then it wouldn't look awful. It's not awful, it's just boring. And the fact that it's boring is kind of more important. Actually, I should focus here because this is the most important thing to break. The tail cut's nice, but... Give me this. Wound destroyed, not broken. Please break instantly. Unlucky, but also expected. Fair enough, but only did 40% of my HP. It's a weak monster. I mean, it's high rank, but it's so much... Genyu. Like, having been just playing Generations Ultimate super recently, I think this game is easier, for sure, than Generations Ultimate. Admittedly, that's partially because the scaling is bad in Genyu, as in it doesn't exist. for multiplayer and single player, but... or for, like, hub quests. Oh, too slow, and it clipped me barely with its foot. But I think... oh. I didn't think that's what I was doing. That's my bad. Oh, it's gonna do the fire? Oh, it didn't. Weird. Oh yeah, this is tempered. Oh, I didn't think that was a full spin. That's my bad. Like, it's... interesting. Very impressive hit by my Palico. It's just weird how... I guess part of it is the controls are also not kind of janky. The controls of Gen U are not janky, but not being able to roll, like, if I'm going this direction, it's a lot easier to roll away from stuff in this game than in Gen U. No, I didn't think you could get that close. I guess he stepped back. I'm just gonna... I have to be honest. I'm just bored of this fight. Come on. Like, it's just not a very interesting fight. And I haven't even done it that many times. It just started and I'm already bored. Like, I fought a bunch of other monsters several times. Not bored of those. This one here is just not fun. I think it's exactly what it's designed to be. But I don't think I find that design very fun to actually hunt. I'm not doing it correctly, but... I just think any monster where most of your hits are just, oh, here's a low damage, a white number instead of a nice orange. It just feels sad. This is an exploder? It is. Should aim it at its back if I can. Turn, please. Thank you. Deserved. It also doesn't seem to interact with wounds, the wound system, nearly as much as other monsters. Because it's not as... it doesn't seem to be as open to wounding. Now, it has a wound on its tail, but... it also does this, which is a huge waste of time. That didn't... it didn't punish that. That was deserved. I did way early. But it didn't punish my terrible choice. Wild. That doesn't... yeah, obviously that doesn't interrupt. I don't know if it's just too slow. That hitbox is slightly wider than I think it should be. The main beam of the laser should be slightly wider than it is. Is more accurate. Because I think the width of the laser is appropriate. I just think visually that did not seem right. I need to change where that potion location is. I forgot. This isn't Gen U where I would be aerial destroying its back. The top, you know, the back is where the back is, not the torso. Where I would destroy the back and not have to worry about that secondary component where it does the second fire AoE around it after the laser. I don't know why, I guess I know why I sharpened, but I probably should have healed. Well, correct decision not to heal. I want to go for a mount. I really need the mount to give me the... I'm bad. I'm terrible. I don't watch my gauge properly. I go by feel. There. I need this to try to get the... heartbreak. I think this is the most reliable way to get this broken. And even then, I don't know if it's gonna happen in a timely fashion. Yeah, it's just not happening. Roar right in my camera. I'm not worried about the tail cut because I don't need anything from this monster right now. And maybe I'll regret that eventually. Oh, that was the wrong button. Whoops. It works. I'm actually really surprised that that worked. Because some of these... Oh, back break, finally. Some of these you get the attack follow-up, but you don't get the delay or displace on the monster. But this one you do, which is cool. You actually do displace the... This is worth the animation. Very flashy. You do actually displace the roll, which is pretty good. Huh? Okay, it's a little janky. Wonder why I'm there. I guess the hitbox didn't properly space out. Actually, the Gravios Medullas are pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of goofy. The Gravios Medullas are pretty good to sacrifice as a component. Also, we need to check this because I don't have memory. They're good as a component for turning into parts into auricalcite. Or armor spheres as well, I think. But they're good to turn into the upgrades for Ardean weapons or refinement material. It's fairly high value. And I have like 5 of them already, so... Well, now I have 5. Here's a monster that I actually enjoy. I don't love, but I do enjoy. Give me the... Oh, wait, no, that's the base of there. That is as close to the tail as I'm going to get. I want to get a wound here, at the very least. There. Give me the attack. Oh, no. Now give me the attack. I don't know if this counts as tail damage, but... It's more useful than the face damage. because the face is a lot easier to hit. Worth the greed. So worth the greed. Oh, except I'm about to explode. Thing to roll. But give me the wound break, please. I missed. Just give me the wound, please. Just let me break the wound. There you... The wound hitboxes feel inconsistent. Not in this... Not specifically here. It's really more... The number of times stuff like that doesn't hit, and then I'll hit a wound entirely through, like, the core of the monster is really annoying. Because it's generous sometimes, but it's generous in scenarios where I don't feel like it should be. And then it's not generous in scenarios where it feels like it would probably be better if it was. Oh, too late. That was fine. I really do like Switch Axe in this game. It has so much explodey flair. I think Charge Blade's been fun too. I just haven't used it because I would need to make gear for it, which would take a lot more time to think about. Though it would just be craft something and just use it, but yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, blunt pod. I think the heavy blunt pod's the worst. The explosion's pretty bad as well. But the blunt pod is super hard to hit properly. That I didn't even try. That was just bad, but... I think it is probably the hardest to effectively make use of because of it. It's so heavy, so it just falls. Greed. Unmitigated. Unpunished is more accurate than unmitigated. It was unmitigated by me, but unpunished by the Ajarakan. I want to blast it with the blunt pod right in its face and see if it will stun. Probably not, because it's been too long. Come on, that's boring. Let me chase right behind it. The Sacred's pretty dumb. Sometimes, like, it will get stuck in weird scenarios. Like this. It'll do this, where it doesn't know how to pathfind. Can I shoot it from the air? No. It worked! Genuinely quite surprised. There was a wound there, wasn't there? Where's the wound? Am I unable to see? Or did he clear his wound? Or did my blunt hit trigger it and I didn't look over on the right? Good monster for sure, though. That's a cool attack. I should clear the blast. I bet my blunt shot triggered the wound, which is funny. Oh. That was okay. A lot of quests done today. Though 2 of them were like ultra easy mode quests. I can't wait for, I don't know, like, interesting monsters. Not that current monsters are not interesting, but I can't wait for, like, Savage Devil Joe equivalent spooky monsters that are dangerous, but I already have gear, so it's not going to be as interesting. But I actually do want some sort of behemoth. I never fought behemoth in world, but like that type of very strong fight. Maybe HP scaled for single player, but not mechanically scaled for single player or something. Did I just see an exclamation mark on the map, or was it a number 1? It was probably a number 1 or a number 7. Yep, it was a number 1. I never get to see these turf wars. Oh, they're down below. I'm silly. They constantly have turf wars, and they're like, okay, there's a turf war going on, but you don't get to see it. It's just such a shame. How was it? Be careful. Another one unlocked. So I'm pretty sure there are no quests left. I have a meal. Oh. I'm not doing it now, but... Oh, shoot, wrong one. If I can, like, bookmark that quest without hunting it. I don't know if I'm allowed to. It would be very good. Nope, I can't. Okay. If I go here? No. Oh, no, I can. Okay. Because the, Guardian Ebony Gem's probably worth while. And I can do that investigation whenever I want. Might do that next time. So that will be worth considering. The Hirabami, it's just a Wyvern Gem. They're good to sacrifice, but I don't really like Hirabami. I do need to do Gormagala more. Allharkin has food for me. Yeah, I'll end with eating some food. But whose food? Let's eat their food. Yeah, good progress. By progress, I mean like clean up. There's still a bunch of stuff I haven't done. I haven't fished for a golden fish. I haven't collected endemic life. There's a lot of stuff I could do. I could spend time to grind up defense on all of my armor. Feels like a waste of time. That, again, just meat on meat with like a single bit of lettuce is pretty crazy. I don't like the helmet. I don't like the helmet. It's not bad. I just think there's potentially better options. But yeah, that's it for today. Between now and early April, this is talking for myself more than anything, so there's probably no reason to include it. Between now and early April, I'll probably play this several times, but no, I probably won't record a new video until there's something new in the game. Because there's just not much, but I think there's a chance, I think the chance is pretty low, but there's a chance that Title Update 1 will come between now and then. My guess is it probably isn't, but I think it either said spring or April, or spring or March or April. It said one of those three, I think. But it will be interesting. So yeah, title update 1. New level of challenge. It will have formidable strength at a level above tempered. Which, no idea what that means. Early April. So it'll be around the time that this catches up with, you know, reality. Those should be releasing soon, which will be good, actually, in terms of timing. But I guess between now and then, I will have spent time grinding some stuff. Not a ton, because it's just not a lot to do. But I'll probably get a few, like, get more switch axes, which talking about this now is a waste of time because this all will have happened in the past. Probably grind out a few, probably not all of them, but at least a reasonable number of these weapons are probably worth collecting. Probably make some weapons for other weapons. Why is the bone tree all the way down here? Like, the bone tree is near the top for that. Why is the bone tree so far down on Charge Blade? It's just weird. But yeah, trying new weapons. Seeing different stuff. Maybe making a few sets of armor. Finally, fighting Guardian Rathalos. Uncraftable weapon, but this one's craftable somehow. Doesn't really make sense. It does, sort of, because these all unlocked at the same time. They probably just have one flag for this, and that flag is separate from this. Makes sense why it occurs. Probably shouldn't occur. But that's it for today. Except it isn't. I forgot I wanted to check Palico stuff, and I should have been doing that this whole time. Oh, that's actually, I do like that set. It doesn't fit my cat, but it is a good set. That's so bad. That's pretty good. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. I love it. It's so bad. Oh, it's awful. I love how bad that is. That one's pretty good. The Glavios is pretty good as well. Generic. Pretty good. I mean, most of these are very good. But, like, nothing beats... Okay, that's, like, Nameless King. That is Nameless King for sure. Like, I would say funny trumps good. Like, almost any day for Palico armor. For me, at least. I don't like the arc set. I wish it was a little more, cloak. Little, like, feathery, hairy cloak. Like, what is the main armor? Like, that sort of has it, but it's still not as over the top. Oh, it's so bad. I love how bad it looks. That actually looks pretty good. I think the helmet is excellent. Why can I not make any of these? Oh, wow, those are expensive. It's harder to make these weapons than to... Oh, that's really funny. I can't make... I can only make the Athos, but... I mean, I don't want my Palico for damage. Like, occasionally triggering a status effect would be much more useful. "24 sleep is twice as good." Yeah, I'll just stick with it. I'm happy with my terrible looking Palico. Yeah, that's not good enough. It's not the correct tier of reward. But I think moving forward, I should have a decent chance of getting better options for multi-targets, which will be good. So now it's been stalled for too long, but it's time to wrap up. So, oh, he doesn't move. I hate that. Like, they move as if they're walking instead of hovering. And it really ruins the effect. I liked how it looked stationary, but it just looks bad because it looks like they're walking when they shouldn't be. Okay. This versus this. Oh, that one's better for sure. I could go back to the squid legs, but those aren't bad. Or octopus legs. But yeah, it gets covered up too much. It's freaky. Yes, again, stalled. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.